Well,
time for the 6th, I think. Yeah, number 6 of the Pokemon reviews. Pokemon Heroes, Latios and Latias. As you can see, we know what you guys actually remember of this.
I mean, I watched this with Damien before at some point. It's what I remember.
Yeah, this wasn't as good as I remembered it being. Even when we
Honestly,
watched it together, it was... I remembered it being a lot better than it is. I'm not saying it's bad, I just remember it being a lot better.
it was kind of an interesting experience, because I was like, I remember it being a lot better until I, like, got to the parts that weren't as good as I remembered, and then I remembered that those parts weren't as good as weren't actually that good.
Okay, so, where do we start?
Where do we start?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking.
We just talk about plot stuff, I guess.
Venice.
Yeah, we're in Venice. It's actually a pretty cool setting, and they did.
Altamar. It's Venice.
It's Venice, but we have a little trinket that controls the water.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, Pokemon are basically magic. I know I was the one being like, what the heck is this, the whole movie, but now I'm kind of like, you know, Pokemon magic, sure.
Okay, so let's go over the parts that are a bit more concise. Team Rocket was here. They kind of just get kicked on the ground the whole movie.
They literally exist to get kicked around in this movie. That is their entire purpose of existing in this movie. They don't do anything. They literally do not interact with... I don't think they interact with Ash in the group.
I don't think they interact with literally anyone.
They see Annie and Oakley and are like, that's Annie and Oakley!
Let's go hang out with them!
And then they just get bullied the whole movie. That's...
Even before they see Annie and Oakley, they're getting bullied. Losing all their food to water.
Yeah, it's just... Their existence means nothing in this movie, and honestly, they're not very funny either. They just kind of exist and get bullied, and that's it.
If you like the ending parts of most Team Rocket things, you'll like them, I guess.
Basically, the thing that happens to them at the end of every movie, yeah, that's just them the whole movie. Over and over again.
If you like them, seeing them blast off again, you'll get that like 3 times.
And blast off again, and again, and again. And then
they drown, and then they're done. And then even in the credits, they're not safe.
Anyway.
Ash and the Latias, I guess?
It's a little weird that it's, like, implied romance.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like, how do... Can Pokemon and humans even, like... Does that even work?
Well, I'm guessing considering she takes the form of a human.
But is that evolution, or is she, like, actually, like... I mean, I guess she, like, holds his hand and drags him around and stuff, so...
Yeah.
Presumably she actually...
And also has to run, so...
Yeah, so...
It's not like she's floating off the ground.
Probably...
She's psychic type, it's fine.
But... There's a lot of questions, and it's also just kind of... It's also a little weird.
Yeah.
She can't even talk.
Yeah. Well, yes she can.
That's stop talking. It's, yeah. Outside of like, if it didn't push it in a romantic direction, it is kind of, if it was like a kind of, just like, oh yeah, I'm just good friends with this Pokemon.
I think it's just slightly more than platonic.
Yeah.
Is all it is.
If not for the fact that it's like borderline bestiality, it's cute. I mean,
it doesn't go any further than a PG movie does.
Yeah. It is cute.
It's not like in the Japanese version, there's a scene of them going in a bedroom or something.
Yeah.
It's a PG movie in Japan.
Yeah.
There's oddly very little cuts.
Gotta say, though, moving on a little bit, Latios, absolute champion.
Yeah.
Latios is the hero of this movie. Let's be honest.
Latios is the only one that does shit in this movie.
He does everything. Like, it's literally, Latios lets Latios get away and get help so that they can rescue Latios, so Latios can save the freaking day and make the heroic sacrifice. Latios does everything except the one time where you have to rescue him.
Pretty much.
Latios is the protagonist. They just want you to think it's Ash.
They only want you to think it's the person they're trying to give a slight romance arc to.
Misty and Brock.
Misty and Brock are just...
They're not even pretending that they're important. They're like, you know, they never really accomplish anything in the plot. Let's not kid ourselves.
They're not even in many of the major scenes. Except for the literal end of the movie where they're like, I'm so sorry that Latios died. Did you even know who he was? You saw him once in the museum when he was being tortured.
Yeah.
This is more like Ash's one day away from Brock and Misty.
And you know what's kind of weird is, considering they literally got like imprisoned for like most of the movie's climax, they probably accomplished more, and they probably actually helped more to advance the plot than they usually do. Because they're like, let's send our Pokemon to help Ash! And they actually helped.
Yeah, they actually stopped the Kabutops from decapitating Ash.
Yeah. Although I do have the question. They had Ash's Pokemon. Why could they not use Ash's Pokemon? Is there like technology that like reads fingerprints that prevents them from accessing the Pokeball?
Also, we're really being told that Ash just doesn't have the belt on his jacket or so. Wait, no, he didn't have the jacket. Never mind.
You just
got
it.
Yeah, he only had the undershirt on. Actually, never mind. He actually had a reason where he just kind of ran off because the gate was closing.
Yeah, I guess.
But I guess they could have just thrown the Pokeballs out to him.
I didn't realize. I guess I didn't realize that he left them behind until he was already a ways away.
Yeah. And then Brock scales a 10-foot fence, and somehow Misty does as well.
Why is that something that we assume Brock can do, but Misty can't?
Oh yeah, also Team Rocket does as well.
Because we like to pretend that they're part of the plot or something.
And then immediately get bullied right after they get over the fence. It's like, congrats! Now die!
So how do we feel about the animation in this movie?
A whole frick ton of needless CGI. It's nice looking, but it's like someone really was proud of it.
Yeah,
I feel like this is another 2000 situation where it's like, look at our animation!
It looks a lot better than it does in 2000, I think, though.
2000s was at least hand-drawn, though, so it was actually impressive.
Yeah, Yeah. At least I think there were some moments of it that looked really good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's moments in it, but it's like the big moment of 2000 still beats this one out, though.
Yeah, I will say... I was getting confused with... I thought you were talking about Forever for some reason.
No, I don't care about
okay, no, it's not as good as 2000!
No, it's way better than Forever's freaking Wicker Mantis.
Yeah. It's not as good as 2000.
No, not even close.
I was confused.
I was
not
like,
as good
what?
as 2000, not even close. The only thing that comes remotely close was the giant wave at the climax that Latios and Latias stopped. That scene, actually really cool.
Yeah.
Still not up to 2000 standards, but at least it was like...
So,
It was cool.
thoughts on Annie and Oakley?
I thought they were going to be good villains. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. And then they revealed that the literal museum machine was the actual antagonist.
The defense mechanism
And Annie and
of all...
Oakley were just there to activate it.
Yeah, and then have it go haywire.
So they're like...
Because Oakley's kind of just doing whatever she wants in there.
So, like... Lawrence the Third, but with extra steps, I guess.
Where they literally have a picture of Lawrence the Third in the credits showing that his design is the same as the one thing, I guess.
Apparently Lawrence the Third was like... Went to the museum here and was like... That seems like useful technology. I think I'll copy it.
Like of all the things to take from 2000, you take Lawrence the Third's plan.
Yeah. Sure, whatever.
Sure, whatevs. The machine is dumb, though. It's like, okay, control water to be a defense mechanism. Control gates to be a defense mechanism. That makes sense. Revive Pokemon part. Revive the Pokemon that literally were known to destroy the city.
I mean, if you can control them with the machine.
Where they literally can't.
Okay.
They don't really.
Okay, sure. Yeah, this is a little... Yeah.
Like, actually controlling the water and the actual, like, fences makes sense. Reviving ancient Pokemon? How?
Yeah,
It gives... This movie raises a lot of questions. And we get Ash Kiss Counter 1. Somehow it rises more than that throughout the series.
Brock is so jealous.
Brock gets a girlfriend by Gen 7.
But right now, he's so jealous.
Wait, Gen 8. Gen 8 it was. Actually, it might have been 7. It's either 7 or 8. It's a character from Gen 7, I know that.
Well, good for him, I guess.
See, even Brock can find a girl. Even Ash can find one. But probably not this. This probably isn't the best option. Go for one of Ash's later kiss contestants.
Can I just point out though? At first I saw Latios in her human form, and I was like, oh, I get her hair's styled like her little head things.
And then Bianca's is
the same, and I'm like, oh, so
she's not.
So Bianca literally just styled her hair to look like Latias, I guess.
And Latias just
thought it
really
was cute
liked
and
it.
copied it. Well, I mean,
it's also really funny.
But also kind of weird.
It's also really funny when Annie and Oakley are making fun of it, and then you figure out there's two people with it.
It's like they're like, nice hair, and it's like, yeah.
It kind of got a point. I like how we barely even talked about Bianca and what's his name.
They don't plot.
They're plot dumpers and Latios and Latias guardians, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, what the fuck's up with that Espion?
Espion just like shows up and just, oh, hello, Espion, how are you? And the Espion's just like, time to die.
Heart attack.
It's like, oh, this is for kids still, right?
In any other anime, that guy would be dead. If this was manga Espion, that thing would have literally gave him a heart attack and killed him. If that was Pokemon manga Espion, yeah, we'd have a kill count.
I mean, we do have a death count.
Oh yeah.
Time.
Because they actually decided, okay, we're done with faking out legendary deaths. Let's actually have a legendary die. Because history repeats itself. Because someone attacking the town means another Latios has got to go. Remember, kids, help the water, or we'll pull the trigger on this Latios too.
Next, well, we're out of Latios, so next up on the chopping block is Ash's girlfriend. You don't want to lose her now, do you? Shippers. I know you're out there.
I know you have the fan theories on the new girl protag being their daughter. Because the hair kinda resembles it, I guess.
Let's say, oh, she has short brown hair. Whoa!
And she has the same emblem as Ash's hat, which means Ash is the dad. Who's a brown-haired girl? A short brown-haired girl. This makes sense.
The Ash thing is already a pretty big stretch. It's like, oh, she has the head has the same design. That could only mean that they're family. It couldn't be that they both like the same brand of clothing or something.
Mostly because the fact that Ash's has apparently a one-of-the-kind item thing.
Oh, is it?
Well, in the anime verse it is.
Oh.
In the game universe, you can buy it for like 1,000 at some place in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah, that's
So, ranked above Free and Forever.
Yeah.
Ranks under 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair bit below 2,000.
Yeah, where it's like, it's still better than Free and Forever because it's better than Free because it's a lot. It actually feels like a Latios and Latias movie, and it has better animation than Celebi and a slightly better plot. It has a really good scene in it.
Yeah. So I guess that's our review.
Okay, next one is... Okay, we're gonna be entering the Gen 3 movies next time. Yes, these are Gen 3 Pokemon. No, it wasn't a Gen 3 movie.
Huh.
So it's time to say goodbye to Brock and Misty for the rest of these reviews.
Well, I'll miss one of them.
Unless we actually do Mastermind and Mirage Pokemon, we'll get Misty back.
Oh, when we get to that, well, if we get to that, I won't miss anybody.
Poor Brock.
Sorry, Brock. I'm giving him more crap than he actually
Should we do Mastermind of the Mirage Pokemon thing where it was like a special episode for the 10th anniversary of Pokemon? I mean, it's a special feature on one of the DVDs.
Sure.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. It was a special feature with one of the movie DVDs. Okay.
Wow.
Another Mad Pokemon movie, but It'll get better eventually. I know that. At the very least, Lucario will probably be number 1.
Have you noticed that so far it's like 2000 has a really great animation scene. Otherwise, it's just Mewtwo. We just really like Mewtwo. Mewtwo is here. Good movie.
So,
10 out of 10.
Jirachi Wishmaker's next, which is one me and Jill never watched together. Because I completely forgot to show him Jirachi. So it's like, I remember the villain being dumb, but the scenes being good. And I think it's hand-drawn, so no, like, really obvious CGI. Then again, I haven't watched it in, like, 10 years. I don't remember a super obvious CGI like Forever or Heroes, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, see you guys next time. See you guys in the next review for that one.
Take care.